Interesting fact of the month by NASA. May 2021, the human body in space. From trouble sleeping to wimpy muscles, if life on board the International Space Station means anything, the space environment really does a number on the human body. 1. You grow taller. During the 6 months that most astronauts spend on the International Space Station, they can grow up to 3% taller. That means that a 6-foot-tall person could gain as many as 2 inches while in orbit. Without gravity, the spine is free to expand, making the space flyers taller, even when they first return to Earth. Fortunately, however, the astronauts return to their pre-flight height after a few months of being back within the Earth's gravity. 2. Puffy faces and skinny legs. When on Earth, the fluids in the human body are distributed unevenly because of gravity. Most fluid pools in the lower extremities, leaving little fluid in the top of the body. Life in orbit changes all of that. For the first few weeks of spaceflight, most astronauts appear to have a puffy head and skinny legs. The fluid in their bodies redistributes evenly when gravity isn't playing a role in their biological systems. After a little time in orbit, however, the body adapts to the new distribution of fluids, and the astronauts don't appear as puffy. 3. Coordination conundrum after landing. After coming home from a stint on the space station, many astronauts have reported difficulty adjusting back to gravity. Sometimes, space flyers will drop things, forgetting that gravity is operative back on Earth. After 6 months in microgravity conditions, it is difficult to adjust to life in a place where materials fall if you drop them. 4. Muscle meltdown. In the weightlessness of space, muscles aren't needed to support the body. An astronaut's muscles start to adapt to that change almost immediately. Instead of maintaining the usual base of muscle mass needed for life on Earth, astronauts' bodies quickly get to work ridding themselves of unnecessary tissue. Although this might be ideal in space, it's problematic once back on Earth. Astronauts have to exercise for 2 hours a day on the space station just to maintain a healthy amount of muscle mass that they will need once they are back on the Earth. 5. Bone density loss. All the exercise on the space station also helps prevent bone density loss. Each month, astronauts could lose up to 1% of their bone density if they don't get enough exercise. There are 2 treadmills and 2 stationary bicycles on board the space station to help the residents keep in shape during their time in orbit. 6. Trouble sleeping. Astronauts have reported seeing flashes of light zap through their eyes as they try to rest, making it difficult for them to sleep on the space station. The flashes are actually from cosmic rays, high-energy particles that beam through the solar system, shooting through the orbiting outpost. Space flyers have described the flashes as fireworks or streaks.